Before we start, think about this for a second. What if some of the facts you trust the most aren't just slightly wrong, but completely backwards? Not harmless misunderstandings, but ideas that quietly shape how you see the world, your body, even reality itself. Because the uncomfortable truth is this: humans don't just make mistakes, we defend them, we repeat them, and sometimes we build entire cultures around them. So today, we're not just debunking myths, we're exposing how easily the human mind can be fooled. Let's get right into it. Number 10, the multitasking myth. You probably feel productive when you're switching between apps, replying to messages while watching a video, maybe even studying with music, notifications, and 5 tabs open. It feels efficient, almost impressive. But your brain isn't actually multitasking. It's task switching, and it's doing it badly. Scientists have found that every time you switch tasks, your brain pays a cost. A small delay, a drop in focus, a tiny mental reset. It's like trying to sprint while constantly changing direction. You feel busy, but you're moving slower than if you just ran straight. Even worse, your brain starts to crave this switching. It becomes addicted to novelty. So the more you multitask, the harder it becomes to focus deeply on anything at all. What feels like productivity is often just well-disguised distraction. Number 9, the confidence illusion. We tend to trust confident people. The way someone speaks, how certain they sound, how quickly they respond, it all signals competence to us. But confidence and accuracy are not the same thing. In fact, some of the most confidently stated ideas in history turned out to be completely wrong. Psychologists have shown that people who know less about a subject often feel more certain about it, while true experts tend to express more doubt. Because the more you understand something, the more you see its complexity. So when someone sounds absolutely sure about a complicated issue, that might not be a sign of intelligence. It might be a sign they don't fully understand what they're talking about. And yet, our brains are wired to believe them anyway. Number 8, memory as a recording device. It feels like your memories are stored somewhere in your mind, like files on a hard drive, waiting to be replayed exactly as they happened. But that's not how memory works. Every time you remember something, you're not retrieving it, you're rebuilding it. Your brain fills in gaps, reshapes details, and sometimes even changes the story without you realizing it. That's why eyewitness testimonies can be so unreliable. 2 people can witness the exact same event and walk away with completely different versions of what happened. And both of them will feel absolutely certain they're right. Your memory isn't a camera. It's more like a storyteller, constantly editing the past to make sense of the present. Number 7, the lie of natural equals safe. There's a quiet assumption many people make. If something is natural, it must be good for you. It's herbs, organic substances, they feel harmless. But nature is not designed for your safety. It's designed for survival. Some of the most dangerous toxins known to humans come directly from plants and animals. Arsenic is natural. Poison ivy is natural. Snake venom is natural. The idea that natural automatically means safe is comforting, but it's also misleading. What matters isn't whether something comes from nature. What matters is how it interacts with your body. Chemistry doesn't care about your assumptions. Number 6, the motivation myth. People often say, I'll start when I feel motivated. It sounds reasonable. After all, motivation feels like the fuel for action. But in reality, it often works the other way around. Action creates motivation. When you start something, anything, your brain begins to build momentum. Small progress triggers a sense of reward, which makes you want to continue. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for a car to move before you turn on the engine. The people who seem the most motivated aren't necessarily more inspired. They've just trained themselves to act before they feel ready. Number 5, the fairness illusion. Deep down, most people believe the world should be fair. That effort should lead to success. That good actions should be rewarded. That outcomes should make sense. This belief is so strong that when something unfair happens, we instinctively try to explain it away. We look for reasons even when none exist. Psychologists call this the just world hypothesis. It helps us feel in control, but it can also blind us, because sometimes bad things happen for no reason. Sometimes effort doesn't pay off, and accepting that randomness exists is uncomfortable. But it's also necessary if you want to see reality clearly. Number 4, the illusion of control. You've probably experienced this without noticing it, pressing a button harder because you think it will make something happen faster. Feeling like you can influence random outcomes just by focusing or trying harder. Humans have a deep need to feel in control, even when we're not. This is why gambling can be so addictive. It gives the illusion that your choices matter, even in systems driven by chance. Your brain prefers a false sense of control over the discomfort of uncertainty. Number 3, the social comparison trap. You look at someone else's success and immediately compare it to your own life. Their achievements feel like a direct reflection of your progress or lack of it. But what you're seeing is a highlight reel, not the full story. You're comparing your behind the scenes struggles to someone else's visible results. And your brain fills in the missing details, often assuming their path was smoother than it actually was. This constant comparison doesn't just distort reality, it quietly drains your motivation and reshapes your self-worth. Number 2, the speed of information equals truth. We live in a world where information travels instantly. News, opinions, facts, they spread faster than ever before. And speed creates a dangerous illusion. The faster something spreads, the more real it feels. But truth doesn't move at the same speed as information. Careful thinking takes time. Verification takes time. Understanding takes time. So in many cases, the first version of a story is also the least accurate. But by the time corrections arrive, most people have already moved on. The brain prefers the first explanation it hears, even if it's wrong. And number 1, the biggest illusion of all, that you are immune to illusions. It's easy to listen to all of this and think, yeah, other people fall for these things, but I'm more aware. That thought itself is the trap. Intelligence doesn't protect you from bias. Awareness doesn't eliminate it. In fact, the more confident you are in your own thinking, the easier it becomes for blind spots to hide. The human brain is incredibly powerful, but it's not designed for perfect truth. It's designed for survival, for speed, for making quick decisions with limited information. And that leads to a more unsettling idea. If your perceptions can be distorted, your memories reshaped, your confidence misplaced, then how much of what you believe right now is actually accurate? Not just the obvious myths, but the quiet assumptions you've never questioned. Because the real danger isn't that we're wrong sometimes. It's that we rarely stop to examine why we feel so certain in the first place.